In a busy meadow where the grass bent with the wind and flowers painted the ground with colors, there lived a colony of ants. These ants worked together every day, carrying food back to their nest. Each one knew their task, and each one did their best. Among them was a small ant named Arlo. He wasn't the strongest or the fastest, but he had a big heart and never complained, no matter how heavy the load. One bright morning, as the ants marched out in a line to gather food, Arlo noticed his best friend, Nilo, struggling. Nilo was usually full of energy, always racing ahead with the biggest crumbs. But today, his steps were slow, and his antenna drooped. "What's wrong, Nilo?" asked Arlo, gently touching his friend's antenna. "I don't feel well," Nilo whispered. "I can't carry anything today." His eyes were full of worry. In their colony, every ant had a duty, and Nilo hated the thought of letting the others down. Arlo looked at him with kindness. "Don't worry, I'll carry for both of us." So when the other ants found a large leaf lying on the ground, Arlo took charge. The leaf was heavy, almost too heavy for one small ant. But Arlo remembered his promise. He pressed his little feet into the soil, dug deep for strength, and began the long march back to the nest. The journey wasn't easy. The wind pushed against the leaf. Low pebbles blocked the way. At one point, the weight nearly toppled Arlo over. Some ants laughed quietly, thinking he had chosen more than he could handle. But Arlo didn't stop. He thought of Nilo, weak and waiting, and that gave him courage. Step by step, Arlo carried the leaf. When he finally reached the nest, the other ants gathered around. "Why would you carry so much alone?" one asked. Arlo smiled, tired but proud. "Because my friend couldn't." Nilo, resting nearby, raised his head. His eyes sparkled with gratitude. "Thank you, Arlo," he said softly. "You didn't just carry a leaf, you carried me." From that day on, the ants in the colony told the story of the little ant with the big heart. They learned that true strength isn't in how much you can lift for yourself, but in how much you can carry for someone else. Moral: help others when they can't help themselves.